Meet our stickman hero, a master of simplicity and a true champion of saving money. He's got a knack for stretching every dollar, even if it means getting creative with his lunch or reusing the same coffee cup for weeks. With expressive gestures and a wallet that's always just a little too empty, he's here to show us the ups and downs of frugal living. Get ready for a lighthearted journey into the world of saving, where every penny counts and every stickman move tells a story. Being addicted to saving money isn't just about clipping coupons or skipping the fancy coffee. It's when saving becomes a bit of an obsession and every penny feels like a victory. Unlike simple frugality, this goes further. Sometimes, the urge to save can get in the way of enjoying life or meeting basic needs. Imagine a stickman clutching his piggy bank so tightly he forgets to buy lunch. It's all about recognizing when saving stops being smart and starts being a habit that's hard to break. At first, our stickman feels proud of his sensible saving habits, tucking away coins with a cheerful grin. But soon, he starts counting every penny, even frowning at the idea of buying a simple snack. When he finds himself measuring the length of his pencil before using it, things have clearly gone too far. If saving money makes him more stressed than happy, it's a sign he's crossed into obsession. Remember, even stickmen need to treat themselves sometimes. There's something oddly satisfying about seeing your savings account balance tick upward, even if it's just a few dollars at a time. For some, watching those numbers grow can be as exciting as collecting stamps or leveling up in a video game. Each deposit feels like a tiny victory, and the anticipation of reaching a new milestone keeps you coming back for more. It's a harmless obsession, unless you start naming your dollars and giving them pep talks. But hey, if stick figures can celebrate with a happy dance, why shouldn't you? Meet our stickman, a master of making every penny work harder. Each morning, he double-checks his pockets for loose change and never misses a chance to collect coins from the couch cushions. He's famous for brewing his own coffee instead of splurging at fancy cafes, and always remembers to turn off the lights when leaving a room. Even the smallest savings add up, and our stickman proves that tiny habits can lead to big results over time. Saving money often means making some tough choices. Our stickman hero might wave goodbye to movie nights, skip out on ice cream, or even pass up that fancy new gadget. Sometimes, it's not just fun and games. He might have to forgo things he really needs. But every little sacrifice adds up, bringing him closer to his savings goal. It's not always easy, but Stickman's determined squiggle shows he's in it for the long haul. Sometimes saving money can feel like a game of tug-of-war, especially when every purchase, even the important ones, makes us anxious. Our stickman hero might freeze at the checkout, clutching his wallet like it's a rare treasure. It's easy to worry that spending will undo all our hard work, even if it's for necessities. But remember, saving is meant to help us, not make us feel trapped. Finding a balance between saving and spending is key to keeping both our finances and our peace of mind in shape. When it comes to splitting bills, our stickman keeps things simple. He uses clear hand gestures and maybe a quick tally on a napkin to make sure everyone pays their fair share without any awkward math. For group gifts, he suggests pooling small amounts from each friend, so nobody feels stretched thin. Outings are planned with budget-friendly ideas, like picnics or movie nights, where fun doesn't depend on spending big. By staying open and cheerful, Stickman manages to save money and keep his friendships strong. No broken banks, and definitely no broken hearts. Meet our stickman, a true minimalist when it comes to fashion. His wardrobe consists of just one trusty shirt, worn day in and day out until it's practically see-through. No need for fancy patterns or extra buttons, just a simple line does the trick. He saves time every morning, never worrying about what to wear. Plus, laundry day is a breeze when you only have one shirt to wash. Stretching groceries is a true test of creativity, and sometimes desperation. Our stickman hero might find themselves combining noodles, ketchup, and a single lonely carrot into a questionable masterpiece. These meals may not win any culinary awards, but they do keep hunger at bay. With a little imagination, even the oddest food combinations can become a feast, or at least a funny story for later. Sometimes, the art is simply making do with what you've got and hoping for the best. Our stickman is the ultimate DIY enthusiast. When something breaks, he's more likely to reach for a roll of tape or a trusty patch than toss it in the bin. Why replace when you can repair with a little creativity and a lot of enthusiasm? Whether it's a wobbly chair or a leaky bucket, Stickman believes every problem has a fix, sometimes involving more tape than you'd think. After all, nothing says resourceful like a stick figure with a toolbox and a can-do attitude. Have you ever found yourself grabbing something just because it's on sale, even if you don't really need it? That's the fear of missing out on deals in action. Our stickman friend might be sprinting toward a big red discount sign, arms flailing with excitement. But does he actually need another toaster? Sometimes, those tempting price tags lead us to buy things we'll never use, all for the thrill of saving a few bucks. It's a classic case of letting discounts decide for us instead of our actual needs. Generosity can sometimes feel like a high-wire act for our stickman friend. On one hand, there's the urge to help others or donate, but on the other, worries about having enough for ourselves sneak in. It's a bit like balancing on a tightrope, with one foot in kindness and the other in caution. Our stickman might hesitate, arms outstretched, wondering if giving will leave him off balance. But even when it feels risky, that internal struggle is a sign that generosity matters to us. When it comes to relationships, saving addiction can make things a bit tricky. Imagine our stickman hero on a date, nervously clutching his wallet while calculating the cost of every breadstick. Sharing expenses, like dinners or vacations, can turn into a math problem instead of a moment of connection. Sometimes, one partner's extreme saving habits might lead to awkward conversations or even disagreements about money. It's important to find balance so romance doesn't get lost in a sea of receipts and budget spreadsheets. Imagine our stickman, diligently squirreling away coins for the future, stacking them higher and higher. But while he's busy saving, he forgets to enjoy the simple pleasures right in front of him, like a sunny day or a good cup of coffee. It's a classic paradox. Planning ahead is smart, but if you never pause to appreciate the present, life can start to feel a bit stick-figure flat. The trick is finding balance so you don't end up with a mountain of savings and a shortage of smiles. After all, even stickmen deserve a little fun along the way. Have you ever found yourself peeking at your friends' bank balances and suddenly feeling like you're in a financial Olympics? It's easy to start comparing, and before you know it, you're either puffing up with pride or shrinking with embarrassment. Our stickman might flex his imaginary muscles if he's ahead, or slump over if he's behind. But remember, everyone's savings journey is unique. No need to turn it into a race. After all, even stick figures have different shapes in their piggy banks. Have you ever bought something you really needed, like groceries or a new pair of socks, and still felt a pang of guilt afterwards? You're not alone. Even when our purchases are practical, it's easy to feel like we've let ourselves down, as if spending money is a sign of weakness. Sometimes, that guilt comes from worrying about budgets or comparing ourselves to others who seem to spend less. But remember, even stick figures need socks. Sometimes spending is simply part of taking care of ourselves. Sometimes, being too careful with money can leave us stuck on the sidelines, watching life's adventures pass us by. Imagine our stickman clutching his wallet so tightly that he misses the chance to dance at a concert or take a spontaneous road trip. While saving is important, it's also good to remember that some experiences are worth a little risk. After all, memories aren't made by sitting at home counting coins. So finding a balance between caution and curiosity can help us enjoy life's journey without feeling left out. Sometimes, trying to save money can backfire, especially when it comes to our health. Imagine our stickman skipping a doctor's appointment or passing by the fresh veggies aisle, all in the name of saving a few bucks. While it might seem clever at first, these choices can lead to bigger problems down the road. After all, a stickman who avoids healthy habits might end up feeling a bit bent out of shape. Investing in health now often means fewer worries and expenses later. Sometimes saving money isn't just about building a nest egg. It's about feeling like we have a handle on life's surprises. When things get uncertain or stressful, tucking away a few extra dollars can give us a sense of control, even if it's just a small one. It's like our stickman hero grabbing an umbrella when the clouds roll in, hoping to stay dry no matter what. While saving can be smart, it's important to notice when it turns into a way to soothe our worries, rather than just a financial strategy. After all, Even the best stickmen can't predict every twist and turn, but a little preparation never hurts. Meet our stickman, who's always thinking about saving money. But not everyone in his family shares his enthusiasm. His partner might prefer spending on little treats, while the kids have their eyes on the latest gadgets. Sometimes, Stickman's penny-pinching ways lead to funny debates at the dinner table. Through simple gestures and expressive stick arms, he tries to explain the joy of saving, even if his loved ones aren't quite convinced. Welcome to the digital age, where even our stickman can track every cent with just a tap or a click. Apps and spreadsheets make it easy to see exactly where your money goes, from coffee splurges to surprise expenses. There's a certain satisfaction in watching your budget line up perfectly, almost like completing a puzzle. With simple tools and a bit of curiosity, managing finances becomes less of a chore and more of a daily win. Who knew numbers could be this rewarding? Saving money is a smart move, but sometimes even stickmen can get a little carried away. If you find yourself skipping meals, stressing over every penny, or refusing to spend on basic needs, you might be crossing into unhealthy territory. Watch out for signs like constant anxiety about spending or feeling guilty after making necessary purchases. Remember, saving should help you feel secure, not stressed out. Stickman says, it's okay to treat yourself to a snack every now and then. Your wallet and your well-being both matter. Let's face it, spending money can sometimes feel like a guilty pleasure. But what if we could break that cycle one small step at a time? Start by celebrating little purchases, like treating yourself to a coffee or a silly sticker. Notice how Stickman does a happy dance with just a few coins. By appreciating these moments, we can learn to enjoy spending without the heavy weight of guilt. Remember, it's okay to smile when you swipe your card, as long as you're mindful and kind to yourself. Imagine our Stickman friend standing on a seesaw, one side piled high with coins, the other with a big smile and a picnic basket. Finding balance means appreciating both the joy of saving money and the happiness that comes from memorable experiences. Sometimes, investing in your well-being can be just as valuable as watching your savings grow. After all, what's the point of a full piggy bank if you're missing out on life's simple pleasures? It's all about making room for both security and smiles. After saving up for ages, our stickman finally decides it's time for a little treat. With a spring in his step, he heads straight for the store, eyes wide with excitement. He picks out something he's been dreaming about. A shiny new gadget, perhaps, or maybe just a really fancy donut. For a moment, he's the happiest stick figure around, arms raised in victory. But as he walks away, he wonders if his wallet feels a bit lighter, and if that donut was really worth it. Our stickman has been on quite the journey, juggling coins, chasing smiles, and sometimes tripping over his own ambitions. Through all the ups and downs, he's discovered that happiness isn't just about having more money, it's about finding balance. Too much of anything, even laughter or loot, can leave him tangled in knots. By practicing moderation, our stickman learns that a simple life, filled with just enough, brings the biggest grin of all. And sometimes, the best treasures are the ones you can't draw with a dollar sign. Saving money doesn't have to be complicated, even for a stick figure. Start by setting aside a small amount each week. Think of it as giving your future self a high five. Track your spending with simple lists or charts, and watch out for sneaky impulse buys. Remember, every little bit adds up, just like stacking sticks. And if you slip up, don't worry. Just straighten up and keep moving forward, one line at a time. Let's take a quick stroll down memory lane and revisit our stickman's top money-saving triumphs. Remember when he swapped his fancy coffee for a homemade brew, looking both proud and slightly jittery? Or the time he patched up his umbrella with tape instead of buying a new one, dodging raindrops with style? And who could forget his epic coupon clipping dance, arms flailing as he scored big at the grocery store? Each moment proves that saving money can be simple, effective, and just a little bit silly. Finding the right balance between saving, spending, and enjoying life isn't always easy, but it's definitely worth it. Imagine our stickman juggling coins in one hand and a slice of cake in the other, proof that you can plan for the future and still savor the present. By making thoughtful choices, you can build financial security without missing out on the fun. Remember, it's not about strict rules, but about creating a life that feels both responsible and rewarding. So, keep things simple, stay flexible, and let your stickman self celebrate every step along the way.